Let's refresh. And come on. Where is it? This thing is always like slow to restart for me. And, okay, there it is.
Okay. I guess I'll start her up again.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Games and Gimmicks, the podcast discussing video games, professional wrestling, and everything in between. I'm the Poor Ass Gamer alongside E. Huffy. How's it going, man?
I'm your Huckleberry.
There you go. You got it right. I love it.
I got one.
You got it. Got one in the bank now.
That's not gonna stick.
It's something different, Eric. So we're here today to discuss some of the PlayStation Plus games of the month, the very last day of May, and we're here to talk about Abzu first. Here.
Abzu is what
Abzu.
I always thought it was. For some reason, I was putting an extra U in there. I don't know why. Abzu.
It's a weird name. It's got a shui, shwu, whatever the thing they call it with the little thing above the U. So, I want you to start out first, Eric, because I think that this game might be a little closer to home for you in terms of experience. Obviously, like you've been underwater more and scuba dive and stuff. But give me a little short description of what you think about this game, I guess, as far as how you would sell it to somebody.
Okay, how I would sell it to somebody. Wow, what an experience. If you've never gone scuba diving in your life and you've always wanted to wonder just what the environment might be like, play this game. Yes, it's got a little bit of the the character looks like a little robot dude. It's a little does have a little bit of that animated look to it, but the sights, the sounds, very well done. Yeah. Very, very cool. I was super excited when they announced this because this was a game I was planning on purchasing at some point anyways. Just because, you're coming up on a freaking humpback whale right now.
One of the best parts of this game,
This game, it's made by the same people that did Journey. So this is definitely, the type of game where you're playing for an experience. It's a visual experience, an auditory experience. The sights, the sounds, it's just amazing. The music is top notch.
Yeah.
I can't say enough positive things about this game. I mean, you're just this. Granted, the story's a little abstract. Obviously, it has to do with like aliens and things like that. But I think the best part is you get to see so many actual, real marine life.
Yeah.
Sharks, whales, fish. There's modes where you can latch onto them and swim around with them.
Yeah.
And you can meditate in different areas and look at the different species that are around you. It's just, all the while playing whatever this little story is, and I think I couldn't tell you what the whole premise is, but you're this guy swimming around. I think you want to break the bonds of some bad guy alien thing that's trapped the aquatic world. That's kind of what I got out of it, I guess. A little strange, but holy cow. Boy, I hope you guys added this in your library, at least if you haven't played it. It's definitely something to do. Now, it's not for, for everybody. We had our good friend Alex over last weekend, Arthur Dent. He, this isn't really his style of game. If you're not into that, playing for an experience, as he so eloquently put it, he wants to kill people in games. In games. And so if you're the kind of person that's really just into the action and the shooting and all that kind of stuff, this probably won't be for you.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I think all of the points you just made there are just completely just spot on, man, because really there's a lot to be said about how games, and especially this game in general, have navigated to us having an experience. So it's a very big thing. We haven't really had a lot of games in the past, right, that I would consider were things that you go like, oh yeah, I'm playing this just because of the experience, you know? Like, and most of the time you're always saying something like, I'm playing it because I love the story, I love the character design, I love the look of things. And not to say that we don't enjoy those things in this game, because clearly that is all present, right? But
Right.
I would say that one of the more interesting things is just, you know, the fact that, yeah, you're going to experience something with what, wow, that shark just ate another animal while I was riding it. That was pretty amazing.
Did you get that? There's a trophy, like if you, I think it's either if you meditate and you watch one fish eat another type of fish, that pops some trophy. It's like called the food chain or something. Because I saw that out of nowhere. This shark just chomped down on a fish and made the crushing noise. Like, oh my god! Yeah,
so
it was pretty funny.
I think you're right. It's giving you an authentic feel of potentially what it's like to scuba dive. You obviously know that better than I do, but in terms of like what you're getting like this just variety of like marine life, everything that's around you, everything that you could possibly want to run into, whales and sharks and dolphins. Dolphins are fantastic in this game. You grab onto them, you can like fly up through the water and do like spins and stuff. And I didn't even know for the longest time you could hold circle and do little like spins, like, which is kind of cool too.
Yep, you can do flips, and if you're boosting towards the surface, you'll do a dolphin jump yourself. Have you done that yet?
Yeah. So
That's
now
very
I will
cool.
say that there's certain aspects about this game that that initially speaking, when I first started it, I was like, okay, I need to change the camera. Like, there's that camera invert thing that most games do, and it kind of screwed with the way that I was looking around in this game. But once I changed that, you get a good feel for the character and moving him around. But also, you know, like, I think like the overall story, just like what you were talking about there too, is it's very light-handed with what they're doing. But it's basically like this little guy, he's not really a guy, he's kind of like a robot. And you can't really tell that just from the look of it, but as things are revealed, you start to realize that whatever technology or thing that's going on is got some sort of stranglehold on, you know, all these animals, like you said. So I think, you know, if you're looking for an experience, and look, you know, the people who made Flow and Journey and all those other games and everything there too, even though this isn't the same company, it's made by a lot of the same people, they never really ever expected you to have a story in any of their games.
Right.
And even if it was, story was not central to those games really overall. So I think you got a lot of really cool things in terms of an experience, and if you want to just relax, this is one of those games you want to put on and just relax. No thinking, just kind of swimming around and enjoying what's in front of you.
Because you'll eventually, you know, you'll end up where you have to go.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's just like you said, if you're sitting there exploring, I mean, I found myself spending a lot of time just looking around and really, it took, you know, not progressing at all in the game, which was fine to me. You know, it's not a very long game. If you were to play it beginning to end straight through, it's not long at all.
Yeah, maybe like 3 or 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, maybe tops.
Yeah. But
yeah,
you know,
it is.
I think that's the cool part about this, is that like we've entered a time in video games where it's not necessarily about the story, the big budget, or what superstar voice actor is doing the game or anything like that. It's not really so much like that all the time. And sure, there are AAA games, they're all over, and we've played a lot of them. But this is kind of something that, like, for those who think that this is not, it's like when I always come back, and I said this in my last video about when I was doing a little short video broadcast about this. It's like, remember when Roger Ebert told everybody that video games were not art? What a short-sighted, stupid-ass thing to say. Like, honestly, like, the fact that now we can do things like this with our technology and, like, provide the players with an experience and just, it doesn't have to be about a story or completing a goal or killing somebody. It's just about playing it, you know?
Right.
And if you don't enjoy that, then I honestly don't believe that you are actually a true video gamer, because you're not open to like any new ideas at that point in time. So I would say I will make a huge argument for this game. If you've never played it before, definitely pick it up. If you enjoy something that's not about all 100% goal oriented, you're gonna enjoy this game, and you're gonna feel you're gonna get those little experience moments like what you talk about, where you're like, wow, that was really beautiful. And why not? Why shouldn't games do that? Really, honestly.
Exactly. And if you happen to miss this on the free game rotation, I think it's $14 regular price.
Cheap,
that's so worth.
Yeah.
That's not expensive. That's absolutely worth. And the replay value is great. Like, I absolutely want to play it again. I have not deleted it off my system. I'm keeping it on there. So
and that's a surprise, man, because you usually do delete those things right off of here too.
Yep. Once I'm done, I usually get rid of it. But I've already beat it once, and I'm keeping it on there. So that's pretty good. The last one that I did that, or at least kept for a while, was Valiant Hearts. That was the last one that I really.
And that was another artsy game. It had way more story and everything there too, but it was still something that was like, you didn't have to be fully invested in all of the elements of that story even too. But I think in general, if there's plenty of stuff that you can experience in this game. There's other parts of this very much. There's just different environments in terms of the sea environment that you're going around in, and even these spots in between when you're going from one place to the next, kind of highlight just the time that they put into these games. So in general, I am very satisfied with this game. I would definitely give it a shot.
Yep, I agree. Give it a shot.
Well, good stuff. Yeah. So it's very rare that we always agree. Well, sometimes we agree, but most of the time. But So if you haven't picked this up, you got basically till the end of today. Hopefully you can still get it and add it to your library. But Abzu is a really interesting game, and definitely give it a shot from the Poor Ass Gamer here.
Absolutely. Indeed.
Awesome. All right, so I think at this point we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna navigate over to our other game, the Tales from Borderlands, excuse me.
Tales from Borderlands, yes.
Which I said every aspect of that game basically. That's what.
Sure did.
So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. We're gonna come back and play a little bit of that, and So thanks for listening, and we'll see you after the break.
Tight.
All right, good stuff.